Hello everyone. Wow, 2 video blog episodes in a row. Too much talking, not enough recipes. Don't worry, the recipes are coming back really soon. So, what have I come here to talk to you about today? Well, this one's going to be a fun one. We are going to be talking about keto. Okay, let's be clear here. I touched on this a little bit in my last video blog about diet sodas. When I talk about keto, it can be very interesting. But before we get into that, I just want to bring up that I'm not in the kitchen. No, I'm in the living room. I thought it would be nice to switch up the backgrounds when it comes to certain videos, and for my video blogs, I thought I would display my other passion, and that's pretty much pop culture and video games. In case you haven't, I do have another channel. It's called Channel Metal Geek, and it's all about playing video games. This is not a shameless plug, it is. Okay, let's get out away from that now and talk about keto. Okay, so I'm on what's generally called a dirty keto diet. It is keto, but it's not as restrictive as clean keto. And I say clean keto because I want to say clean keto. Clean keto. I'm going to stop bringing up my sense of humor because if you've watched this many videos at this point and you're not used to it, that's on you. I just like to keep things light because when you have diabetes, things can get pretty dark. So being able to joke about it and have a little bit of fun with these videos and try to help people all at the same time, I see no downside to that. When it comes to eating keto, there are certain people that believe the only way to do it is to eat clean keto. It's basically organic and grass-fed and anything that's not artificial. Okay, that's nice, and there's no reason why you can't do that if you want to do that. What I have a problem is when dirty keto is looked down upon because it's not seen as real keto. I'm using a lot of quotation marks today. Why does that bother me? Because there are certain people that will just suggest that if you aren't eating clean keto, then you're getting no benefits out of the keto diet that you're on. I beg to differ because I'm on dirty keto and I'm flat out telling you, I've had a lot of benefits from it. Others will say it's fine to start with dirty keto as you work your way into clean keto. Look, if you want to eat clean keto, all the power to you. Do it. There's nothing wrong with it. So why am I sort of against clean keto? Because of the cost. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but I will tell you that there are companies that mark things up because they're organic or because they are grass-fed. I don't understand why grass-fed butter has to be $5 to $6 more expensive than any other, brand of butter. But you're getting better health benefits from clean keto, right? Yeah, I'm not going to say you're not. The question is are the benefits significant enough that it warrants spending all of that extra money to get organic or to get grass-fed this or grass-fed that? That is the question. And like I said in my other video, there are influencers who will have you believe that if you are not eating clean keto, you are doing it wrong. But they are also not the ones who are paying your grocery bill every week, every 2 weeks, every month, or whenever it is you go grocery shopping. I said that in my previous video, and I'm going to reinforce that in this video. They are not paying for your groceries. So unless they feel like paying for your groceries, they have no right to tell you what kind of food you have to buy. Is grass-fed butter significantly better in health benefits that regular butter should be completely off the table? No, not really. Of course, it does have more nutrients in it, but at the same time, you could get a lot of these nutrients by just having a variety of food in your diet. But I'm on a low-carb diet. How exactly do I get variety? Variety is not hard to get on a low-carb diet. There's plenty of variety to be had. I, like every other human, was born to be an omnivore. Eat plants, eat animals. And there's a healthy dose on both sides that can give you plenty of variety. We're not going to get into veganism versus carnivore. Not today, that's another video. I mean, I eat fried rice, I still eat spaghetti and all kinds of other pastas and Alfredos. And I do that because I've replaced, well, the pasta noodles with shirataki noodles or zucchini noodles on occasion. I've replaced the rice with cauliflower rice. I still eat sandwiches and wraps. I just use egg white wraps instead. In fact, I am going to do a review on the egg life wraps in a video not too far down the road because, to be completely honest with you, spoiler alert, those were game changers for me, and I'm going to tell you why in that video when it comes up. But when you can still eat lasagna, and you can still eat spaghetti, and you can still eat donuts, and you can still eat cake, and fried rice, and lo mein, and ice cream, and all kinds of other stuff that you're supposed to not be able to eat, well, you can because you've made the low-carb versions of it, and it gives you variety, and you're going to get different nutrients from all those different foods. I was told by my nutritionist not to give up grains because grains are a healthy source of fiber. Want to know what else is a healthy source of fiber? Tofu, shirataki noodles, broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, almonds. There's plenty of places to get fiber. I do not need to eat a grain to get fiber. So when it comes down to this, you gotta eat clean. Again, do it if you have the money and the desire to do it. Don't do it just because somebody told you you have to, because that's pretentious. Yeah, I'm not joking about that one. If you are an influencer who tells people that they can't do anything but a certain way and it's the way you do it, it's pretentious. And I actually am calling you out for this because people aren't on a YouTube salary. They aren't getting sponsorships from various food products or other places and making tons of money, and they might not be able to go out and buy everything organic or grass-fed. What you need to do is what's right for you. Always do what's right for you. So what is dirty keto? Well, dirty keto is pretty much keto. It keeps the carb limit down to under 50 grams of carbs per day. I am currently at about 35 grams of carbs per day or less. Oftentimes less because just a lot of the foods I eat just don't have a lot of carbs in them. But where it differs heavily from clean keto is, again, as I said before, it allows you to eat things that clean keto just frowns upon. Coke Zero makes a return cameo for this video. It allows for things like this, diet sodas with artificial sweeteners. It doesn't frown upon eggs or meat or butter that are from animals that are not grass-fed. It opens up a variety, and let's face it, some of us do better with diets if we have a variety, and the reason why a lot of people quit their diets is because they don't have a variety. They miss the foods that they used to eat. And when they get sick of missing them, they just start eating them again. How does that help anybody? I don't even like calling it a low-carb diet, to be honest with you. I just kind of call it that in order to make it simple. Because to me, the idea of a diet is basically going through something that makes you feel terrible. If you're hungry and you're miserable and you're tired of no variety in your diet and you're just missing all the foods you used to eat, eventually you're just gonna say, screw it, I'm done with this diet. For me, being on dirty keto is sustainable. I'm allowed to eat the foods I want to eat, and I don't miss much of the foods I used to eat because a lot of it I still eat in low-carb forms. And the few things that I just haven't been able to get back into my diet, like bread, don't get me started on keto breads that you buy in the store. Trust me, that's another video down the line too. But other than missing like Italian or French bread once in a while, I don't crave it so badly that I'm gonna quit my diet for it. In fact, like I said, the egg life wraps have been a game changer for me. That video's gotta come sooner rather than later because I love those egg life wraps. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I just really like them. When I go to the doctors and my A1C blood sugar level is like 5.0, I have no regrets being on a dirty keto diet. When my best friend tells me my before and after meal blood sugar numbers are in normal ranges, I have no regrets being on dirty keto. The reality is being on the dirty keto diet allows me to stay on a diet that's far better for me than my previous diet ever was. When I've dropped between 83 to 85 pounds in the last year and a half, and I have got my diabetes under control and my blood sugar in the normal ranges, nobody gets to tell me that my diet isn't working or that it's the wrong diet to be on. Again, I don't want this to come across like me saying, oh, don't go on clean keto, it's pretentious. That's not the case. It's not the case at all. No, go on clean keto if you can, if you want to, if it's your desire and you have the money to afford it, do it. But if you find that it's just too expensive for you, or that it's too restrictive for you, and you really feel that you need to go on a less restricted diet, don't let anybody tell you you can't. That's all I'm saying. Always do what's best for you. So when it comes to clean keto versus dirty keto, there's only one thing I really got to say about all this. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? But I'm not even on keto. I'm on Atkins. No, I'm actually on keto. I'm just doing an impression of somebody who's saying, but you're talking about keto. What about Atkins? Well, I don't know much about Atkins, so we're not going to talk about that later. I'm just kidding. Atkins is a little less restrictive than keto or dirty keto. It starts off pretty restrictive, but it allows you to increase the carb count as you continue forward. And it certainly doesn't shy away from allowing you to have like keto snacks. So I'd have to say that Atkins is probably a slightly less restrictive version of dirty keto. And if I'm not right about that, I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments. But whether I'm right or wrong about it, if Atkins is working for you, it works for you. Always do what's right for you. I've already said that in this video, didn't I? I sound like a broken record! Or I'm going on tangents. Oh no, not the tangents again. Anyway, I'm sure you're tired of hearing me talk, and you're going to want some recipes, right? Well, don't worry. 2 video blogs in a row, I understand. Next video will be a recipe. It's going to be a very good recipe. Why? Because it's going to have alcohol in it. Yep, I'm going to have my very first episode of the Diabetic Happy Hour. That's coming up on the next video. But what am I going to make? Well, that's for you to find out, isn't it? I'm not going to ruin it and spoil it for you now. You got to come watch the video. You always got to come and watch the videos if you want to know what's going on. Okay, I'm not plugging this channel. I got cool stuff on this channel, okay? Tune in for the next video and I'm going to show you how to make